So let's talk about Star Wars and its extended universe. Now, when you ask someone what their favorite Star Wars character, like major Star Wars fans, probably in top 10, you're probably either going to see someone like Boba Fett or, Darth Maul. Somewhere those two characters, and maybe a few others here and there, depending on what fan it is. Outside of, the Luke Skywalkers, the Han Solos, the Darth Vaders, some people sometimes say that Boba Fett's their favorite character, and when you ask them, it's like, oh yeah, he's in the comics, he's so badass. Or you ask them, if you find someone who's a Darth Maul fan, you ask them why they are such a fan of Darth Maul. He's like, oh, he's so badass in the extended universe. Right there. Right there, people. So that's what we're going to be talking about, the extended universe. Now, I actually had a conversation with a few friends of mine, Joey West and Ivan Krolo, about this. And also Ronin Reviews was there too, and we were talking about this. Well, actually, they were talking. I just kind of butted in the conversation, as I normally do. And he kind of brought up a good point of, all Boba Fett did was stand in the background and look awesome. That's really all he did. Everything that we know about Boba Fett and everything that we know him to be a ultra uber badass comes from the comics and the books. That's really all that's where he's best known for being, as awesome as we know him to be. That's really it. In the movies, he just stands around, looks badass throughout Empire and a little bit of New Hope, depending on the extended, the extended scenes and whatnot. And then Return of the Jedi, he gets Boba Fetted and fall into the Sarlacc pit. But if you know extended universe, he crawls out of it. He's pretty much, when you think about it, Boba Fett, in a sense, was the original Derpy Hooves. No, I'm serious. He was the original Derpy Hooves. And I mean this because he was a background character, not even a supporting character, a background character who had a few speaking lines, so I guess you could say actually a supporting character, but mostly in the background. He didn't really have much there. There wasn't a lot of character there. And writers, or fans, took that and championed him to be a stronger-willed character. All the characterization, all the badassery we know him for comes from comics and novels, and usually those are written by more than often those are written by fans of the series. So when you think about it, it's just canon fan fiction, really. Now, am I mad about that? No. I like Boba Fett in the comics, but I can't deny I'm like, when I look at Boba Fett and how badass he is in the comics, and then I look at the movies, I'm like, yeah, just stood around a little bit here and there, except in Jedi, but we'll ignore that. And that's the same thing with Darth Maul. Darth Maul's another good example of this. Here's a guy whose biggest thing was that, oh, he has a lightsaber staff, and that was really his big character. Is that all he had was kill Qui-Gon Jinn. We don't know jack shit about him other than that. And then along comes the extended universe, and we had Shadowhunter, we had Darth Maul Lockdown, we had Son of Dathomir, the stuff in Clone Wars. We had all that shit, and still, that was it was given to more characteristic in the extended universe. See, that's the thing with the movies, is that, on one hand, we get all these through Star Wars, we can have all these amazing characters that can, have these great storylines to them. I mean, hell, I read a comic once that focused on Greedo, and it was cool. Yeah, Greedo. The guy who gets shot by Han Solo? Remember, kids, Han shot first. But yeah, that's the thing. This is what where a lot of people love Star Wars, is that, you can it just has this array of characters, and they can keep showing up, especially in the extended universe, when you can really flesh out characters that didn't really get much to it. This is probably one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, why so many fans were pissed off beyond all reason when, Disney got a hold of it and kind of softly rebooted some things and erased some stuff here and there. Thrawn, we don't know if he's still around. I'm hoping he'll show up somewhere, hopefully in Rebels or some shit. And, you know, we don't know if, you know, no Old Republic is still in canon. I'm thinking it might be. I'm thinking there's a good chance a lot of stuff from the Old Republic is still canon because it's the Old Republic. And when I say old, I mean old as shit. I don't know how Disney could, you know, Disney or anyone else behind Marvel. There might be Marvel Comics that kind of redo the Old Republic stuff, but that's like 5,000 years in the past. Or, you know, give or take. You know, that's in the long past. I think Disney wants to focus on, you know, the new series. You know, they want. Well, when I say new series, I mean the original trilogy era. I think they want to focus on that as much as they can. So they want to focus on original trilogy timeline and somewhere in that those 3 films timelines. So I think unless something else comes up, well, we do have that Empire game coming. Knights of the Old Empire coming out, so that might be something. But yeah, that's one of the major reasons why a lot of people got angry, was because we were mostly afraid of all this work Dark Horse and all these novelists did for so many odd years just get completely erased. Now, am I interested to where to see Disney's going to go with this universe? Yeah, it's Disney. They don't, you know, I think they know what they're doing when they did this. All I ask is that you show a lot of respect to the extended universe, and Disney did say that Boba Fett's still around. We still have, you know, so much to it. But this is what I get back to, is that we like these characters from not the mutant. I mean, yeah, we love characters such as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and even C-3PO and R2-D2. We love those characters from the movies. But there are other characters out there that we have come to love through works of, you know, other works of fiction, you know, whether it be novels or the animated series, whether it be Clone Wars, pick and choose which series, the Tarkovsky series, the CGI series, Rebels, that gave us a whole new amount of characters to love, to care for. I mean, hell, remember when Ahsoka Tano showed up in the Clone Wars film, and we all just kind of got vehemently pissed off at her, but we eventually grew, well, some of us grew to like her as a character, and a lot of people were actually excited to see Ahsoka, including myself. I was like, oh shit, Ahsoka's alive in Rebels! Yay! Also, a side note, I was super happy that Hondo's still around. Yay! Not happy about what I found out about in Dark Disciple. Was not happy with that. And that's the other thing, is that a lot of people are so defensive of these characters, like Quinlan Voss, a Jedi who's really been kind of tempted by the dark side a lot. And yeah, I did not care for what they did for him in the Clone Wars, and I know I'm not the only one on that, making him a surfer dude. Are you fucking kidding me? So maybe they can fix... Dark Disciple kind of fixed that, but... You know, what I found out, especially, you know, how it went down, of what happened in the Dark Disciple novel, I was not happy. But there are some other stuff in this new universe coming out, from Death Troopers to Darth Maul Lockdown to the Princess Leia novel Razor's Edge, and even the Paul S. Kemp book, which called Lords of the Sith, which I understand is really good. I've been meaning to get Lords of the Sith. I even want to get the Tarkin novel. That's the other thing. Tarkin! That's another character that, you know, that didn't get a lot of screen time. He didn't get any character development other than, rah, I'm evil. But here, we have, you know, the Rebels animated series and, you know, this Tarkin novel that comes out. We even have stuff on, you know, a novel all about Plagueis, Sidious's master. You know, that's the beauty of this universe, and I feel like that's why people guarded it so much. You know, why people safeguarded so much, because it did so much for Star Wars after Star Wars. You know? So, yeah. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what do you guys think of you know, what do you feel, how do you feel about the extended universe? And do you think, I'm trying to word this, because I'm not mad at it. I don't want to sound like I'm mad at the extended universe. I really don't want to sound like I'm mad at it all, because I love it. I really do love it. But I feel like a lot, like, sometimes we're so defensive of these characters, and it's because not so much the movies, but sometimes the stories that come around from them are sometimes better than what they do with the characters in the movies themselves, you know what I mean? So how do you guys feel about the extended universe on a whole? Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.